Here's 6 of the most common reasons as to why your physique is not getting you girls. And chances are, if you are having troubles right now and not getting the results you want, then you are probably experiencing or doing one or more of these things. So straight away we're jumping in with number 1, and that is that you are a gym cell and you do not exist anywhere other than the gym. So I will always tell you, bro, that building a physique and building an attractive body is the number 1 thing that you can do for your self-improvement, to improve your social skills, for your dating life, for absolutely everything. But it does become a problem when guys exist only and purely inside of the gym and they don't put themselves out into the real world. Understand that for guys at level 1 that have nothing going for them, building a physique and obsessing over the gym and literally living inside the gym is the best thing that you can do because it's your main priority. At some point, you should have the requisite amount of muscle and attractiveness to go and get what you actually really wanted in the first place, which was attraction and to not be invisible anymore. Now, chances are you may have built a decent physique right now, but you're not putting yourself in the public eye. You're not on dating apps. You're not going out at nighttime. You're not putting yourself in these positions where you can actually get experience with girls and get attraction and just be a social person in general. No, you're living like a fucking crab. And honestly, even guys with fantastic physiques are literally wasting so much potential because they don't do anything other than train in the gym. They're not actually leveraging the physique that they built for real social success, which is a key part of doing this in the first place. And a lot of guys that do this, that just religiously live in the gym and do nothing else but go to the gym, aka being a gym cell, they will have this weird belief that they're never going to be big enough, that they never have done enough work and they need to keep grinding and keep going and keep obsessing. But realistically, they could have been getting results 2 years ago in the real world with the progress that they've made already. Now, reason number 2 is that you are probably still too small. Guys will go into the gym for a few months, maybe even a few weeks, and they'll gain a little bit of muscle, they'll gain an ounce of fucking gains, and then they'll champion it everywhere they fucking go. They'll start wearing stringers, they'll start walking around shirtless everywhere, they'll think that they're the absolute playboy, that they deserve every fucking girl. Now, the fucked up thing here is that these guys that have this weird ass belief, that have a tiny bit of muscle, suddenly put themselves out into the real world, and even though they have a shit physique and they're still too small, they will probably still get more attraction and more results than the guy who locks himself in the gym forever and never goes out, never puts himself out in the dating world, in the public eye. But you have to understand, for universal attraction, for the attraction that we want, for true sexual desire, you need to have a decent amount of size. You can't be walking around looking like a Minecraft skeleton. You need to have some decent muscle mass and a decent physique shape. Now, the problem here becomes, guys will hear this and guys know this, so what do? They think they have to get big super quick, so they will bulk up quick and they'll eat a fuck ton of food. And if you're in this position right now, which you might be, you need to understand that this is a game of patience, okay? Don't bulk up, don't get fat, because then you will still be skinny, but you will also be fat as fuck. And I did this myself, and it completely nuked my ability to attract women with my physique. Number 3 is basically an extension on top of this, and it's that your face is chopped and you literally look like a chipmunk. Building a physique is so important, but surprise, surprise, your face also matters as well. If you're trying to rush a bulk, dirty bulk, eat whatever you want, not be consistent with good, healthy foods, then you might build some muscle, but your face is the first thing that people see in most cases, and if it is puffed up like a fucking chipmunk and you have a bloated head like a potato, then you still won't get attraction even while having a good physique. And I had this exact issue myself. My physique was going all right. I was building some muscle. I was decently lean, but the foods that I was eating were causing me an incredible amount of bloating and inflammation, and my face looked super puffy. I had bad skin complexion. I looked really soft, and it didn't match up. It was not congruent with the sharpness or the apparent aesthetic of my physique. And in most cases, we are walking around with a shirt on. So if your physique is not blatantly, obviously insane, people are going to be looking at your face. And if your face looks bloated and your face looks chopped like I used to be, then they're not even going to be attracted or give you a chance based on your physique, because they'll assume that you don't have a good physique. And the fix to this for me was to start eating more animal products and single food ingredients. It was to stop spamming protein bars, stop spamming protein items from the supermarkets because I wanted to make gains, and instead revert to a healthier diet, be a bit more consistent with tracking my macros. You don't have to be a psychopath, but you still need to be eating whole foods not being a retard, and also cutting out stresses in your life is a huge thing. In most cases, being bloated and being inflamed is obviously a sign of high body fat and being a fat ass, but also it is high signs of stress and high cortisol. So if there's someone in your life right now that is stressing you the fuck out, remove them. If there's an activity you're doing that is stressing you the fuck out, remove it. Stop drinking, walk more so you can de-bloat, and that's how you actually be able to improve your facial aesthetics and look leaner and more sharp in the face, and then your physique will work with your face in congruence in a total system to get you attraction. That is how you become fully attractive to women. Number 4 is, honestly, it's kind of brutal, but you probably wasted time and you probably don't actually have an attractive physique, because you have to understand that there are so many different types of physiques that you can build, but we are going for universal attraction. We want girls, and if you're not fucking lying, if you're not a pussy, you can raise your hand up right now. You watching the video, you can raise your hand up and say, the reasons I started the gym, the reasons I wanted to build a good body, well, obviously it was for myself. Obviously I wanted to not feel like shit, not hate myself when I looked in the mirror, but the main reason was, well, I wanted to get attraction. I wanted to get girls, and I'm not afraid to say it. If you're a pussy right now and you can't admit to that, click off the video, because this is not for you. You have to be here and honestly, openly say, yep, I started the gym because I was a sexless loser and I wanted to get attraction. And what gets attraction? Well, it is building the correct physique. What is that physique? It's a physique that is universally attractive, meaning is attractive to most of the population. It's a physique, I say it all the time, where your body looks like an upside down triangle. You have a small waist, you're pretty lean, and you have a wide dominant masculine frame. Your body looks like this. These are your shoulders, and this is your waist down here. So you look like this, you taper out. And that is the most masculine and aesthetic body that will get you attraction everywhere. And it consists of having big shoulders, big upper back area, and wide lats and a small waist. This is the physique that gets you the most results early on and can be progressed forever, because you can start building this foundation of your physique right now, and over time, over years, as you add more shape and add more muscle, you fine tune it. But you can get this initially pretty quickly within the first 6 months of lifting and start getting results and attraction right away. Whereas some guys spend years in the gym building a peculiar physique and they end up on either side of the spectrum. They either look like a Minecraft skeleton still after years, or they look like a fucking fridge, right? Or they go insane and just become a fucking fully roided out bodybuilder, which we all know does not get you the attraction that you actually wanted. So you need to build the attractive physique, right? And if you don't want to fuck around and think about what this is, and if you don't want to obsess and overthink like I used to all the time, then that's exactly why I've created Project Undeniable, which you can check the link for in the description. It's the full system which will help you build the attractive physique and the lifestyle that goes with it, so you can fix these mistakes and actually get attraction that you want and stop being a lonely, invisible fucking chud like most guys in the modern day are. And that leads perfectly onto reason number 5, which is making yourself invisible. Nobody knows that you lift. This is a huge mistake that so many guys make. Again, it's just like existing in the gym forever. Even though you might have a good physique, you're not showing it off to the real fucking world. So many guys have jacked ass arms, massive ass shoulders, big ass chest, lean as fuck, but they're not presenting it to the real world. They go out at night in the nightlife, and what are they wearing? They're wearing oversized, boxy shirts that do not accentuate their width, do not show off their arms, do not show off any gains that they've made. Why the fuck would you even go to the gym if you're not going to show off what you made and what you've worked so fucking hard for? You need to understand how to actually dress and how to actually optimize your fashion. And it consists of a few basic principles. You need to stop wearing big, baggy pump cover clothes in public, right? You should start wearing slimmer fit shirts, shit that is actually tailored to your body, so you look like you lift and you look like you're aesthetic. That way you can stand out. And you need to stop wearing blatantly weird and outrageous fucking colors, because for most guys, we don't know how to fucking dress, okay? So why are you trying to combine pink and yellow and green, right? Just stick to neutrals, stick to grays, stick to blacks, stick to whites. Like this outfit right now, it's so simple, right? You don't need to go crazy with it. Our physique should do the talking, our physique should be the fit, and then we use the clothes to accentuate the physique and the shape that we have built in the gym over all these fucking years. That's why I also talk about fashion inside of Project Undeniable, because it is a huge part of how you present yourself for attraction and to actually change how you're treated in the real world. Reason number 6 is because you have a torso dominant physique. See, you kind of get one of two things when you start out in the gym. You kind of get an arm dominant physique or you get a torso dominant physique. And a lot of guys are suffering with having a torso dominant physique. This is great because you can look like you have a big frame and a big chest and shit. But the problem is you are likely going to have skinny twig skeleton arms, all right? And no girl finds skeleton arms attractive. Biceps and triceps, having big, bulky, veiny arms is literally one of the key, if not one of the only things that you should be focusing on in the gym if you want to get the 80% of attraction and results that you want, okay? Girls are obsessing over big arms. You could have big arms, but not even fucking have a chest, not even have hardly any shoulders or a back, and girls will literally obsess over you because biceps are the king. So if you don't have biceps, if you don't have big arms, then you are leaving so much attraction on the table because they are one of the first things that you see in public and every single man that you walk past, okay? Because most guys are wearing t-shirts. I can teach you how to actually make yourself look like you have bigger arms, etc. But the key thing to do is by training them properly. Most guys leave their bicep, their tricep exercises towards the end of the workout and they half-ass it after they've finished with their bench press and all their other compound movements. You need to start treating bicep curls, tricep pushdowns, all those arm exercises like they are main compound lifts. It was when I started to shuffle my workout routine so that my barbell straight bicep curls were towards the front of the workout and I was doing less reps with way more intensity, then suddenly my fucking biceps actually grew and now my arms are one of the best traits of my body and they get the most compliments and the most attraction as a result. Look at your training split right now, and if you need to make some changes, put your arm exercises further up and closer to the start of the workout so you have more energy and intensity towards them, or simply just train them fucking harder when you do them at the end. Most guys are going in and just doing 10 to 15 reps of half-ass single arm bicep curls just to get off in the mirror. But you should actually be treating it like a psychopathic, progressively overloading exercise and actually get stronger at them over time. So there we have it. If you can address and fix these 6 things, I guarantee you will experience more attraction and your physique will actually get the results that you wanted it to in the first place, right? If you want the full brain dead system on how to do this without thinking, how to actually get the best of both worlds, the best of the physique and the best of how you present yourself inside of the real world, then check out Project Undeniable below. With that being said, remember that progress is purpose, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.